what would you say if I told you that we could give every homeless person a house?
I would say that's great.
Okay, well, let's start off with something small. I know a homeless guy that sits down on Bardstown Road, and what if I said that you could come over to my house? You could rake my lawn, you could mow my lawn, you could clean my attic, and for all the work that you did, you'll earn $50, and then you could take that $50 and go give it to the homeless man.
I would say that that's not fair, and he could do the work himself and get his own money.
Welcome to the Republican Party. Hi, my name is Lauren Hall, and I'm a diehard conservative, anti-Obama, Reagan-loving, gun-sporting Republican who loves to piss off liberals. Contrary to many stereotypes, not all Republicans are rich old white men who are homophobic racists. There's a new generation of young conservatives like myself. Unlike most Republicans, I am for marriage equality, but that's about it on where I stand on the liberal standpoint of things. I am pro-life, pro-capital punishment, pro-Second Amendment rights, and I don't believe in uneducated theories regarding global warming, which have yet to be proven as true. Now, working with Senator McConnell, I know that politics isn't all it's cracked up to be sometimes, and there's a ton of skeletons in everybody's closets, which is especially bad if you're a Democrat. Clinton, now let's talk about the second biggest political scandal in all of American history, the Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky affair. Now, can anybody guess as to which party Mr. Clinton is affiliated with?
Democrat.
You got it, the Democrats. Now, I don't want to hate on Democrats, they have their good qualities or whatever. So let's touch on some of the great benefits of being a Democrat. Okay, now that we've covered all of those, let's go over some of the great benefits of being a Republican. But first, let me show you a video about some of the stereotypes of Republicans and Democrats.
Work will add money to the deficit. I wish someone would try to take my guns and my freedom. I'm not saying Republicans are dumb. I'm just saying every dumb person that I met has happened to be Republican. You hear about that CEO? He threatened to fire his employees if Obama wins? I want to meet this guy, because I like him. Who is Paul Ryan? I miss Bill Clinton. It already looks like Mitt won to me. 8 years of Bush was enough. How's that change looking now? I bet Donald Trump is loving all this attention he's getting right now. If Mitt Romney wins this election, I will volunteer as tribute for the Hunger Games. It's all about gentrification. Obama doesn't get that. He's never run a company, obviously. All children are gifts from God. Obama killed Bin Laden. What did Mitt do? Redistribution of wealth. It has a name. It's called communism. What is it? Barack Obama. You want to cut taxes on the wealthy and then tell us how you're going to pay for it later? It's about personal responsibility. Trickle-down economics does not work. Government that governs least governs the best. You know what Mormons believe? They believe you can become a god. The heck? No. If you tax corporations, the less jobs there's going to be. You see what I'm saying? Al Gore beat Bush in the popular election. I found a couple of votes in my backyard the other day. Why do we even have the Electoral College still? Mitt has no clue about the African American culture. Man was singing "Who Let the Dogs Out." They didn't believe me at first. Now you're going to see what real change is like. I'm not going to lie. I'm voting for Obama because I'm black. Have you seen the polls recently? Who's leading in the polls now? Where'd you hear that? Fox News? Fiddle.
All right, so let's touch on the benefits of being a Republican. I could sit up here and spit numbers at everybody, but honestly, you all are going to get bored. So I'm going to talk to you about what people truly convey the message of being a Republican. Now, remember my point on all Republicans being rich, old, white, homophobic racists? Well, that shouldn't even be a stereotype, considering the first Republican president in all of American history was President Abraham Lincoln. Does anybody know what President Abraham Lincoln did? All right, he freed the slaves. So, what did he pass? Every piece of legislature that had to do with the slaves and them being able to own property and vote. Now, you're probably wondering, well, that's great, he freed the slaves, but what about all those annoying old white men who were racist during the Civil Rights Act? Well, does anybody remember who was president during that time? Dwight Eisenhower. And what did Dwight Eisenhower do? Oh, right, he passed the Civil Rights Act of the 60s. Oh, and guess what? He was a Republican too. But what was the Democrats doing during that time? Oh, right, they were filibustering the entire Civil Rights Act. Now that we've talked about some of the greatest presidents of American history, let's talk about the #1 greatest Republican president of all of American history. Ronald Reagan himself. And I am that stereotypical Republican who loves Reagan, but I have my reasons, okay? Ronald Reagan was such a great president because he was relatable to the everyday American. People didn't look at him as a politician. People looked at him as part of their family. But just because he was relatable to each and every one of us, he was relatable to politicians as well. Like his foreign policy with the Soviet Union. He actually did something about it. He wasn't all talk. He took care of those Russians. He truly displayed the characteristics of a true great American Republican president. Now, as we discussed earlier, the Republican Party started as an abolitionist movement that stated that slavery was an infringement on the rights of man, and this movement started our party, and little did they know that this movement would spark many movements in years to come. Today, of course, Republicans are against slavery. I mean, come on, it's not the 1850s anymore. But what truly binds Republicans together are our political stances. So, let me fill you in on some of the prerequisites of being a Republican. We believe in a limited government. We don't want the government to be spoon-feeding each and every one of us and controlling our entire lives. And an originalist theory of the Constitution. The Constitution was written for a reason, people. We have to adhere to it. If we go against it, we are denying our founding fathers. We are pro-life. We are pro-capital punishment. We are for a better America. And the biggest thing that sets Republicans apart is our stance on economical issues. Private sectors, which basically means reducing poverty and creating jobs. And we also need to control our debt. I mean, it's crazy. Look at this. Obama has acquired more debt in his first 4 years of presidency than every predecessing president that followed him before combined. That's crazy, right? Does that mess with anybody like it messes with me? I think it does. But to put it in simpler terms, we need to control our debt. We need to remember that Democrats believe in a handout, while Republicans believe in a hand up. We are helping people. We are helping the average American, not just giving them everything. Conservatives are so set in place on this theory because we came from nothing, yet we grew to be everything. Conservatism is a party of strength. It is a party of independence and a party of resilience. Like stated in the $50 lesson I did with Katie, conservatives believe in working for what you earn, while our opposers believe in everything being handed to you. Now, I've talked to you about what it takes to be a Republican today, but you had similar viewpoints. You have to have the same lifestyle choices and the same economical standards. But what you must really have is ethics. You must be willing to work towards a change. You must be willing to face defeat. But most importantly, to be a true Republican, you must be willing to come out resilient. Because we are a party of freedom. We are a party of progress. We are a party of change. Better yet, we are a party for America. If there's anything that I want each and every one of you to take from this speech, is that you learned something. Whether that something be my own political beliefs, but more importantly, I hope that something is that you learn your own political beliefs. I hope that within the time between now and the next election, that your voice gets louder, that your voice becomes heard. Become a part of God's original party. Become a part of the Republican Party. God bless each and every one of you. God bless the state, the great commonwealth in which we reside, and God bless America. Thank you.